It's been a little bit hectic, but I'm because I'm invested in this map so much, I'm not playing much in the way of computer games the rest of the week. I'm not really out looking for a replacement for anything. Oh, this is going to be awkward. So we try not to kill any oats. Well, that was actually a very good turn there. Well, fortunately, the trailer does have a steering axle, so it is helping somewhat in this endeavour. Yes, I'm hoping I don't have to do that because, let's see. We're 351 hours into the game with 5 years played. So I kind of don't want to have a problem with my cow milk production. I'm going to just plant this here. Now, fortunate thing with this is because I'm doing headlands. Okay, where did the... oh, there's the harvester. Because I'm doing the headlands at the moment. We're going to make this area a lot wider and thus be able to get the tractor turned around. Okay, that's one. Of course, doing 3. Well, put us back on this side of the field when we're done with the headland. I must admit, I thought the hedges on this map stopped a lot of things, so you can't take pallets of stuff, tomatoes, bread, whatever, through a hedge. You can't take bales through a hedge. It does mean that bales don't roll through hedges, which is kind of convenient if you're making round bales on a hill. But I also thought it stopped harvester headers from going through the hedge. Obviously, looking at the hedge there, because of the wooden posts, you're going to need a very narrow harvester to fit between the posts. But the pure script from Oxygen David does prevent harvester headers from going through the hedge. I don't have a problem with that, but I think Cavalier Roy has adjusted what's allowed to drive through a hedge, and harvester headers are not one of those things anymore. So all my struggling to get the header into the field so that I can attach it to the harvester is not necessarily something I needed to spend time doing accurately. We'll do it anyway because it's kind of realistic, so that's a good thing. But anyway, let's put that on cruise while it finishes that row, and I will do a checkup on the cows. We still don't have any extra milk. Contracts, field 50 is... there's nothing in the field 50 range, so I don't have to worry about that. But a good plan to get outfield cut. Now we have a lot of fields available to cut today, all the canola fields. So there's going to be a lot of harvesting. However, we're not in a big rush to get all of the crops harvested today. The only crops I really think I should concentrate on is the barley, because we need the whole crop silage. I might do that with the roving round baler wrapper thing. Okay, let me line this up here. And we will activate the thing. 7.6 line method A, set 90, go back, and we are on that line. So register this as line 0, and I want to cut in when we get to the other end. Oh, and I just thought I'm going to want to empty it when we get to the other end, I think. We'll keep an eye on what percentage of grain we get going down here. Yeah, I really don't think I've got the capacity to make it the length of this field. Well, I'm defining as the length of this field. So I will get to the end, we'll park this up, we'll put the grain trailer down so that we can get all ready for the cut in. And I don't have courseplay loaded yet. Maybe we'll do that sometime. We'll turn that off, we'll put the pipe out, and we'll go find the John Deere, which now has enough room to turn around. And I'm going to swap this cart. I'm going to drop the cart off for the Deutz to run. The Deutz will struggle as it fills. I think we want to do multiple jobs eventually. So that needs to go over to the other farm in preparation for mowing. And this will stay here as the carting tractor. That was a good guess. All right. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the acceleration of the JD on this trailer. Still, oh, actually, oats is not a main direct income crop. We take this over to the grain mill to process. I don't need to worry about it now. We've got, actually I don't know how much we've got. So while that's filling, The bread factory has 12,000 flour, and I think it uses 50,000 over a full year. So what are we looking at there? We're looking at a quarter. Just under a quarter. A quarter is 3 months. We got 3 months of flour to make bread with. So I don't have to worry about getting any flour to it until September, October. No. July, August, September. Kind of about the end of September, we're going to need to have some flour being made. But it's not a critical thing right now, this minute. And our okay, +1 +2 +3. Nope, fold into that. And turn it on. +4. So yeah, basically what I'm saying, we use about 50,000 litres of flour at the bread bakery thing over the course of an entire year. So during the course of the harvest, we're going to be delivering 50,000 litres of flour down to the bakery. But because we've got 3 months to go before we actually start panicking that we don't have enough, that's fine. The flour mill can produce stupid amounts of flour, way more than we could ever want, and normally it's done by December, so, and then we just own it and it's sitting there doing nothing for the rest of the year. And we end up selling some of the excess flour just as flour. What I might think about doing, especially since we have the cash, I could, now that we're making grain that can be turned into flour, I could increase the production capacity of the bakery so that we get 2 boxes of bread instead of 1. No, we get 2. We could get 4 boxes of bread instead of 1 per month. So we double our income from the bread place, the bakery. That could be a good plan. And it will exhaust our ready supply of flour quicker. And we're going to have to make sure that we make 100,000 litres of flour this year in order for production on bread to run for the entire year. And again, not something I'm worried about. I think we sold 100,000 litres of flour last year because we didn't have the production capacity. So it is what it is. Oops. Anyway, we will continue harvesting the stuff that we have here, oats, make oat flour, so we can make oat bread. I think once we've done this land, we'll just stick it out on a worker. Go grab the John Deere and hitch up the mowers and make some conditioned grass. The question being, I can't use. That's fine. Okay, the issue that just struck me, I can't use the baler and wrapper on the Massey Ferguson Massey Ferguson's nowhere near powerful enough to haul the grain trailer. And I don't really have a trailer that's a good size for the Massey Ferguson to run with. I probably should think about one. Because it's always handy if you need to move stuff around, to have a trailer appropriate for the tractor that you're running. So we have the really big one, 35,000 litre or 30,000 litre one, that's good for the John Deere. And that's the one we sold the soybeans in. We've got a slightly smaller one, it's about 21,000 litres, which typically I run off the back of the Deutz. But we probably want something in the 11,000 litre range that the Massey Ferguson could run if I needed to do stuff. And since the Massey's based down at the animal farm, we do have mineral feed and stuff like that to move around, which the mineral, yeah, we're moving 10,000 litres. We have a 5S 125, and it was bought used with fully kitted out as a loader tractor. So it doesn't have a 3-point at the front, just has a weight there. It has standard wheels with wheel weights, a panoramic roof, and a quickie attacher. All came with the tractor, so the only thing I had to do was up the horsepower on it to make it able to run things like the bale shredder and what have you. The thing with used vehicles at the store, come on, you keep going. I will continue this when I've turned around because we'll be able to look at it better. But you know, the basic thing is with used vehicles is they can come with any and all of the options available. I think as far as tyres go, they always come with the base tyre. They always come with the base engine. So if you want a bigger engine, you have to pay to upgrade it when you're buying the used vehicle. Okay, that should be good. Let's put that on cruise. So this isn't a very good one. This one comes with GPS, yes or no. It's selected as no, that one has no options. But if I got a tractor, we can go with, let's find the 5S. So the 5S, it comes with a 105 horsepower engine. It always comes with 105. I think it always comes with Trelleborgs. Ours had wheel weights, so an increased price, but it was included. The design was front loader, so you get a panoramic roof up here. The attachers, we had the front weight. The front loader attacher, we had the quickie, and that's all we had. But that is a great front loader tractor because you've got the additional weight at the back, so that's enough to offset a lot of things. And you already have everything else you want to do front loader operations. And as I said, the only thing I had to pay for was 10,000 to up the engine size, and it cost me 40,000 instead. Yeah, base price is 76. I got it at half price. It's about 45,000 for a nice little tractor. Last month there was, I think it's here, this thing. And again, it comes with the base engine, so I would have to pay more to upgrade the engine. But this one came with the GPS installed, which would have been, yeah, that's nice. I've seen a smaller tractor coming with the Aceria Pro. So all of these options are random. Wheel size, Aceria Pro, GPS, front loader, anything else is random. The engine is always base. The wheels, appear to be always base. So if you want different tyres, you're going to have to pay for them. But it doesn't cost anything to change the brand of tyre. Yeah, I could do gravity wagon. As I said, the only thing I really want to haul in that yard is mineral feed from the mineral feed silo. She's kitted out with a front loader, and as I said, I needed 125 horsepower to be able to run the thing. But she doesn't have enough horsepower to run a round baler wrapper or a square baler. So I can't wrap the bales on field if I go and harvest, or if I go and mow them. Yeah, no biggie. Just have that, and we'll run across to here. Now I do have there's a harvester full stop mod, which when the harvester tank gets full, the harvester will automatically stop and turn the header off. I've been using that since Farm Sim 17. As far as I'm aware, it wasn't released on the mod hub for this version of the game. I did find someone had produced it, so I've taken it because it just helps when I'm talking about how the game works and I need to jump off to screens where I'm not in the harvester. It does help to have the harvester stop automatically and not kill half my crop while I'm not paying attention or while I'm reading text. Oh no. I have an old small round baler. The thing is what I'm not sure I want to do is feed the cow some grass so that because they've only got 125,000 litres. If I make whole crop silage out of the barley, it's going to take a month to ferment, so it's not going to be available until August 1, and I hope the cows don't run out of food before August 1. If I give them some grass, I know they definitely won't run out of food. The other thing to consider is the whole crop silage has to last them until next harvest season plus 1 month. So again, I need to make sure that they have enough food for next year. And the only time I can top up their food is when grass is growing. What I might do this time is mow the field, roll the field, or bale the field, and then wrap half of the bales and feed the cows the other half, just so that I'm not quite so stressed out about not having enough bales to feed the cows, or enough food to feed the cows with. So that's a function of Maize Plus. Maize Plus, you can feed different mixtures of TMR. The TMR mixes are given names, so you have young cows, you have dairy cows, you have meat cows, different food mixes, which use different combinations of hay, maize silage, grass silage, whole crop silage. I think alfalfa hay is part of it. You can include some other stuff, but the base food mix for Maize Plus treats silage as whole crop silage And since we have a cow feeding robot on the farm, it doesn't work with grass silage. It only works with whole crop silage. So we have to make sure that we're feeding them whole crop silage, or we're feeding it whole crop silage so it makes the TMR. Now I can demonstrate that with this button. So base food, grass silage, maize silage, whole crop silage, alfalfa hay, conditioned grass, cut potatoes, sugar beet, something sugar beet cut. There's also carrots, brewer's grain silage, beet pulp, lots and lots of different things. And the final one is mineral feed, Duca mineral feed. We can't use that in the robot mixer. Canola, soybeans. So there's a lot of things you can mix, and with a what's the word for it? With the TMR mixer, you can mix any of those. With the robot, whole crop silage, hay, straw, and mineral feed, and you have to provide all four. But you just dump them into the feed mixer or the feed storage area, and it will mix as it needs to. Ours has stopped producing food because it's out of silage. But one of the little magic things about it is cows, we also have the grazing mechanism. So the pasture that's attached to the cow shed, the cows will eat that as a full food source. So treat it as if they were eating TMR, but they're just out in the field eating grass. Now that's all to the well and good. And you can again game the system by cutting conditioned grass and dumping it into the cow feeder, and it's treated as they're grazing. Now, the number of cows we have, the amount of food they eat in a month, and the size of their pasture is just nowhere near enough for them to just feed from the pasture for the entire year. Okay, we're nearly full. So as soon as I empty it this time, I'll set it off on a worker once it's empty. We'll go and do grass work. Now I don't usually have problems providing hay because I will do hay contracts and bring the excess. But I do have problems with silage, because as I said, whole crop silage is never contracted, so we have to forage our own grains. I could do it with this field, but it's really not worth it. The best